We are taking a live look at Metro Louisville, where it's sitting in the mid-60s right now here this evening. And the foggy conditions we saw earlier this week seem to have moved out of our area, leaving us with some warm weather. Thanks for joining us here at 6:30. I'm Alex Dieterer, joined by meteorologist Austin Evans. And Austin, we are in the final hours of these 60-degree days.
And today was even more than that, and I'll discuss it in a moment. We got a whole lot to talk about in the weather. It's a weather impact alert period right now that'll last through tomorrow morning. We have a strong line of thunderstorms on the way to Kentuckiana. So download the WHAS11 news app now if you haven't already. We do have some counties under a tornado watch, and these are the counties. They're all in southern Indiana. You can notice, though, there are alerts out to the west pointed in Kentuckiana's direction. We're keeping an eye on that also. The entire region under a wind advisory until tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern. New record high for today, 75 recorded at the airport. This is for Louisville, by the way, the old record set of 70 back in 2021. Here's a live look at our Jeffersonville camera, part of our Shriners Children's Hospital camera network. It's still very warm here in the metro. We're at 70 degrees here in downtown, 72 to be exact. Very, very warm in the central portion of Kentuckiana. Max HD radar, nothing right now going on here, but here is that line that's on the way, and you can see the warnings associated with it, and that's going to move in over the next couple of hours. It should begin moving into Kentuckiana by about 7 o'clock. Going to be very windy over the next several hours. All the details in just a few minutes. Alex?
New here tonight, a teenager died in the hospital following a shooting in the Parkland neighborhood early this morning. LMPD says a 15-year-old boy with a gunshot wound arrived at Norton Healthcare West by private means just before 6 this morning. He later died at the hospital. According to police, early information shows the shooting happened in the Parkland neighborhood off West Kentucky Street, which is not far from Brandeis Elementary School. Right now, there are no known suspects, and the investigation is ongoing. Another man is dead following a shooting Saturday night in the Park Hill neighborhood. LMPD responded to a shooting near the intersection of Ormsby Avenue and Dixie Highway around 9:30 last night. Once there, officers found Anthony Dwayne Beals in a parking lot, and he had been shot multiple times. Beals was taken to University Hospital, where he later died. If you or anyone you know has any information about these two shootings, LMPD is asking you to call their anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. An electrical fire has caused residents at a Louisville Metro Housing Authority building to evacuate. LMHA says the fire happened last night and no one was injured. But right now, full power can't be restored to the building, which is causing residents to relocate. WHAS 11's Clarice Shaley details where tenants will stay with colder weather coming in.
As drastic weather enters Louisville, tenants at St. Catherine Court on South 4th Street exit their apartments, leaving with no clear idea when they will be back.
This ain't good. My whole body ain't had a chance to rest. I'm stressed.
The building is owned and operated by Louisville Metro Housing Authority. They say the evacuation was prompted because of an electrical fire. While responding to the fire, additional damage was caused to the electrical system. Now the backup generator is what's keeping the lights on in the first floor. It's where people have been served food.
We immediately provided breakfast this morning, lunch,
and where they wait for rides to stay with family. People also have the option to go to a hotel provided by LMHA. Wilson Hoke opted in.
This here is a bad situation.
With the colder weather coming in, Hoke and others don't want to be somewhere without heat.
Hopefully things are back on tomorrow, but you obviously want to plan for long term in a situation like this, considering the weather.
Residents have been asked to pack at least a week's worth of their things, and Louisville Metro Housing Authority says they should have more of a timeline of the full restoration of the electricity in this building on Monday. In Louisville, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 on your side.
LMHA says the building has had some electrical and plumbing issues within the last year. St. Catherine Court was built in 1972 and remodeled in the early 2000s. In just a couple of days, we'll be saying out with the old and in with the new as 2025 comes to a close Wednesday the 31st 4th Street Live will have the city ringing in the new year in style. The fun kicks off at 8 Wednesday night, and one ticket gets you access to 5 different venues. And there will also be live music and a champagne toast. Then at midnight, guests will get to shout Happy New Year during a Times Square-style ball drop. For more information and to purchase tickets, you can go to 4thstreetlive.com. And as the new year draws closer, we spoke with Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg, taking a look back at a busy 2025 while also looking ahead to changes we expect to see in 2026. WHAS11's Isaiah Kim Martinez has more.
Downtown Louisville needs a new massive hotel right by the International Convention Center.
One more large convention hotel would be incredibly helpful.
That's the belief of Mayor Craig Greenberg, finishing up his 3rd full year in office.
It would help us open up a whole new opportunity of types of meetings and events that we can't currently get. We would help get them here in Louisville.
He's not denying the report from Louisville Business First that major real estate developer Poe Companies aims to transform the iconic 27-story Humana building into a 1,000-room hotel. Humana is selling the building, and it's expected to be vacant by the end of the year.
What kind of money would be needed to assist something like
Well,
that?
we're looking at several things for the next chapter of the Humana Tower. We're looking for what incentives the state can provide. Are there any federal incentives based on that project, and of course locally as well.
Greenberg, who's up for re-election in 2026, says he's working to get help from Kentucky lawmakers next year to speed up the process of creating more housing within the city's urban core.
So we're looking at several things. Some are tax incentives, others might be loan funds.
I asked about the financial crisis at JCPS and what he thinks should be done to fix it.
And my advice is to make the tough decisions now.
In an open records request to JCPS, we discovered 485 of the district's central office employees are making $100,000 or more. We're talking 6-figure salaries.
Or one of those decisions downsizing the central office to some degree?
I think that certainly should be at the top of the list for consideration.
And as he seeks a second term as mayor, Greenberg says his administration is putting a focus on bringing down the cost of living. 2 examples he mentioned: his request to remove Louisville's reformulated gas requirement and his push to lower utility rates.
When LG&E puts in certain rate requests, we've opposed several of those. We've provided looking for alternative, making it easier for more renewable sources of energy.
His campaign is sure to ramp up next year in what will be the Louisville Metro's first nonpartisan mayoral race. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
The filing deadline for candidates in Kentucky wanting to run for elected office next year is January 9th.